You might think life would be a breeze. I'm going to say a show, and you have to start singing the theme song. Okay?
Okay. What if I don't know? We'll just pass?
Then I'll
Skip?
sing it.
Okay.
Show.
Okay.
Not my hard drive in the foot. I'm just backing up footage. Everyone on YouTube, calm down. Okay. Sister, sister.
Sister, sister, even though I'm glad to be with you, I gotta do what's right for you like I got to do what's right for you.
Wow. Okay. All right. Good job. The Proud Family. Did you ever watch that?
I did.
Proud Family, they'll push your buttons, make you want. Isn't that one?
I don't remember the theme song.
Oh, T. I know you know this one.
Huh.
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible, call me, beat me, if you want to reach me, if you want to page me, it's okay. If ever you need me, baby, call me, beat me, if you want to reach me.
Support for today's episode comes from OneSkin. Now that the holiday craziness is behind us, it's time to focus on self-care, and that means taking care of your skin's appearance and its health too. OneSkin makes it easy with their science-backed approach of healthier skin. Their products are powered by a scientifically proven peptide called OS1 that targets fine lines and wrinkles right where they start, your cells. OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. By focusing on the cellular aspects of aging, OneSkin keeps your skin looking and acting younger for longer. Get started today with 15% off using code ADVICE at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code ADVICE. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. New year, healthier skin. That's OneSkin. Today's episode is brought to you by Book of the Month. If you guys have not heard of Book of the Month, where have you been hiding? Me and Ash are both on the journey of trying to be readers. She's definitely there. I'm on my baby steps way there. So obviously we were so pumped to partner with Book of the Month because their mission is to help readers discover new books they love and to promote the work of emerging authors. And guys, they literally make it so easy to decide which book to read next. Each month, the editorial team reads through hundreds of new titles. They pick the 5 to 7 of the best new books for you to choose from. All the books are good, so you cannot go wrong. If you guys would like to check out Book of the Month, just head on over to bookofthemonth.com to pick a book and join Book of the Month. For a limited time, you can join and get the first book for just $5. Just use code UNSOLICITED. Again, that's bookofthemonth.com, code UNSOLICITED. Happy reading.
Lizzie McGuire.
That's so fun. I could not tell you.
Same.
I could, and that's
Was
one of my
there a
all-time
theme?
favorite shows. Easily one of my all-time favorite shows.
Was there a theme song to
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know.
There must have been.
either.
There must have been. It was that time. It was that
Weird.
era where there must have been.
What was Hannah Montana's?
I didn't really watch Hannah Montana.
What?
I think
I
I'm
loved
the only
Hannah
person who
Montana.
didn't watch Hannah Montana.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Nope.
Seriously?
Mm-mm.
I know that one, but I can't remember. That's a Raven.
That's so Raven.
You can gaze into the future.
That's so
future.
Raven.
You just keep singing
It's a future I can see.
that.
It's so mysterious to me.
What about Xenon? Weren't you like a huge Xenon fan?
Girl of the 21st century?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you mean the girl of the 21st century?
Just clarifying.
Aren't we? No, I'm going to sound stupid. Are we in the 21st century?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, we're not. Are we?
We are.
Okay. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
I feel like I'd know if we were in the 22nd century.
Yeah, but it's 2020. No, we're not in the 21st.
What century are we in?
Because it's 2023. It would have to be 21, right? How do centuries work? I'm dead.
Isn't it every 100 years?
Is a century? Yeah. But 21st century would mean it'd have to be like.
We're in the 21st century.
No, because it's 2023.
The 2000s.
We're in the 2000s. We're in the 20th century.
We're not going backwards.
I know, we're going forwards.
Yeah, we're in the 21st century.
Are you sure?
Yes. I can't believe you got me second guessing myself.
No, I can't believe you think we're in the 21st century.
We are.
No, it would have to be 2120 something. And it's 2020
No,
something.
it's a year. It's ahead. One.
What do you mean it's ahead one?
It's ahead one. The
What does
second
that
we got
mean?
into 2000s, we entered the 21st century.
I don't understand, but okay.
The 20th century, we are referring to the 1900s. All this because, according to the calendar we use, the first century included the years 1 through 100. There was no year 0. And the second century, the years 101 through 200.
Cool.
Trust me,
honestly,
we're in the 21st century.
You could describe this to me for like an hour and I probably still wouldn't get it. So I totally believe you.
All I remember is I think I was in 4th grade when we entered the year 2000. And I remember being at a New Year's party with my dad, and he said
No
we're entering
way.
the 21st century, and I remember being like,
You were in 4th grade.
yeah.
I graduated junior high in 2000. We're not that far apart in age.
3 years?
4, 5, 6, 7. I'm confused.
I'm 33. How old are you?
36.
3 years.
Yeah, but that's 4 and 8. That's 4 years.
I thought I was in 4th grade. Maybe I'm wrong.
You know what? Honestly, you know why we're confused in this moment is because everything we've talked about has to do with numbers, which are both not our strong suit.
I know I was in 4th grade when we entered the year 2000, but
Yeah.
I also was in 5th grade in the year 2000.
Well, I was gonna say because also like I'm
talking
younger.
about entering into the top of the year.
I was like younger for my grade. Were you older or younger?
I was older for my grade.
You know how it's always like split in half? Like there were like those that were like already 18 as seniors, and then
I was already 18 as a senior.
T. That was fun.
Was it?
I mean, it was fun until
I feel like we went in circles for a long time.
No, it was fun until I got confused.
Well, hello everyone. I swear our intros are the worst. Welcome back.
I thought that was a fun one.
Welcome back to Unsolicited
Mandy,
Advice.
wasn't that fun? Thanks.
I didn't trust that look on her face.
I don't trust.
That voice over there is Taryne. Mine over here is Ashley. Welcome back to a fun episode of Unsolicited Advice.
Well, everybody, as you know, today is January 1st.
New year. A new year.
A new
you.
A new year.
A new us.
A slightly battered you.
A little bit better version of who you already are. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should take some time to just reflect on this year and like stuff we're excited about, like we do every New Year's. Even if that means we get to one story, but I feel like we could wrap it up fast. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see how reflective we get. I'll go ahead and start.
Lovely.
I feel like mine is easy because I feel like this year, well, it's actually nuts. So I hit my year anniversary of my surgery on December 13th.
That's wild.
Which is so crazy. So it's funny because this year I feel like has been pretty much like wrapped around like that journey.
It feels like your whole life was about your surgery.
Literally. Because it wasn't just, it was like surgery, then recovery, then like months and months and months of, I think like my appointment just a couple weeks ago was like, I'm still like testing levels to see like my meds and all that stuff. So I feel like this year has been like one of the craziest years of my life. But I still think the year before that was way freaking worse. Because that was when I was like literally thought I was like dying, couldn't figure out why.
Yeah.
So this year has been really cool because it started off by like having surgery getting healthy. And then literally it's just been this like crazy uphill, downhill, whichever one's better. I always forget. Like journey of like coming back into who I am. Like for so long, I feel like I was having to force being myself or force out like my personality or joy or anything. Like I was just like so buried deep in like depression and anxiety and health stuff. And so now it's been like so fun to like be myself again. And even like, you know, even hanging out with friends, like a lot of my friends have made comments like, oh my gosh, you're like the old you again. And I'm like, I know
I have had multiple people, I would say in our like LA friend group, tell me that you're a completely different person. And I've literally been like, I know. My response every time is, I know.
I know.
You were, and obviously you were going through it, but you were like a shadow version of yourself.
No, I was like a shell of a human.
For like 2 years.
Yeah.
And it was a wild thing to experience.
Yeah.
And then now, like seeing you now, it's like a completely different person.
No,
and
I know.
It's weird. It's almost like, it kind of feels, this is kind of sad, but it kind of feels like I didn't have my best friend for 2 years.
No, literally.
She was gone.
Yeah.
She's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
And then it's like, here you are again. And it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been so great.
No, it was a rough patch. And so this has been just like a really fun year. Like I feel just so much lighter in like every aspect. And
I love that.
so it's funny because like I don't feel like there was like a lot that happened. Like it wasn't like I'm like, oh, I'm so like this happened. I did that. Like I didn't do too much. But I also like, this was I think this is like the year that is the trajectory for like the rest of my life. Like, I feel like now I've done like all the stuff I need to do. I've taken care of business and now I can just like go thrive. And so I'm so excited for like what this year is going to bring. Cause I feel like I've cut a lot of things out of my life, whether that's like people or you know, relationships in different aspects. I feel like I've cleared out a lot of the space and like things that were like impacting me negatively. And then like my health's getting better, like my friendships are better. Like I'm like the sky's the limit for this year.
Isn't that weird how much one thing can affect everything else?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like your entire life is balanced on a bunch of marbles. And if one of the marbles are out of place,
Yep.
in this case your health,
Yep.
everything else just shattered, gone, like in disarray.
No, literally, it
And
stole
it's 'cause of
so
one little
much.
marble.
Yeah, it stole so much from me, but it also was such a great like perspective shift, like just seeing like how people were there for me and like who stepped up and like it just like I think like what's important, what's not important, like it's just, I feel like everything shifted and now everything that's like left in my life is just like very genuine and precious to me. So I'm excited for like what's to come. Like I'm really excited for this year. So I don't even know if I don't even want to make resolutions because I don't want to limit myself to thinking I even know what's to come. Like I think my resolution, if I would have to pick one, is just to be like bold and brave and just to like step in whatever direction presents itself and
Being
I'm
open,
like,
maybe.
Yeah.
Not a yes year, but like a being open to things year.
Yeah. I think I'm like going in just like doe-eyed. Like I'm just like so excited for like what my life is going to be like. And especially because like I just have been in like this dark cave the past like 2 years. So now I'm just excited to like live life.
It's 3 because it started in 2020.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 3 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know.
I'm
It
excited.
really like I could, you know, I was very emotional like hitting my 1 year, like just thinking about, oh my God, am I going to cry right now? That's so annoying. I just have been through a lot and like I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
You know?
I think obviously 2020 was a hard year for everyone, but it didn't help in any way to have started your health journey off with already a really tough year.
Oh my God. Like,
you know.
Yeah, and I think the most torturous part of it, like I wish when I started going downhill, I would have known that I had cancer. Like I think that was the hardest part for me was all of this stuff going wrong and me just internally thinking something's wrong with me. Like, why are you not mentally strong enough? Like, why can't you get out of bed? Like, you're so lazy. You're this, you're that. Like, why are you getting so fat? Like, you're disgusting. Like that was the dialogue in my head. Like, why? Like, your friends don't love you. Like, they don't care that you're going through this. Like, they don't have time for you. Like, it was like all this negative stuff. So by the time like I actually got to the point where I found out that something was like, there was a reason why, like, I was so relieved, even though I was terrified to hear that C word.
It's
you know
like
what I mean?
bittersweet. Finding something to blame.
Like,
essentially.
the surgery was like, I'm like, let's freaking go. Like, let's get this out. Like, I want to be normal again. And the process of getting normal again just reflected how bad it was. So it was like, I feel like I can describe as much as I can how hard it was, but no one will ever truly understand because they weren't in my body and didn't know how it felt. But I think that's why I get emotional, because I've come to like love myself so much and like I like fought so hard. You know what I mean? And
for a long time too.
So I'm like, I'm proud of myself.
You've been in battle.
Like, I deserve this year.
You've been in war.
I deserve everything that's going to come to me. And like, I want to walk into that. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm shy. Don't worry about me. I'm like, no, give me everything. Like, I deserve everything.
And I feel like obviously you fought the C word.
Yeah.
And I feel like stuff like that, like once you come out on top, it really does. It's exactly what you already said, but I'm just reiterating again. Like it puts your priorities in alignment, because all of a sudden it's like, if you're at a restaurant and you see this cute guy, it's like,
yep.
I'm going to go talk to him, because like, who the cares? Like, I literally just spent 3 years fighting for my life to get out of my emotional hole.
Yeah.
The depressive hole, the C word, like so many things were going on. And I can handle going up to someone. I can handle the risk of rejection. Like, it's not that big of a deal, you know, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Risk isn't that scary.
No, yeah.
You already dealt with a lot of real risks.
Nah, dude. I'm a freaking fighter now. So yeah, I'm just excited. Like I'm ready for like, I don't know. I think this is going to be a great year.
I'm excited.
So I'm excited.
Support for today's episode comes from OneSkin. Now that the holiday craziness is behind us, it's time to focus on self-care. And that means taking care of your skin's appearance and its health too. OneSkin makes it easy with their science-backed approach of healthier skin. Their products are powered by a scientifically proven peptide called OS1 that targets fine lines and wrinkles right where they start, your cells. This isn't just another skincare routine, it's a real science breakthrough. In fact, OS1 is the first of its kind to actually turn back the clock instead of just masking the signs of aging. With their full line of face, eye, body, sun, and travel-sized products, OneSkin doesn't only promise healthier skin, they prove it. And we're all in. The thing that I love about OneSkin is it's literally so easy to use. You just cleanse, pat your skin dry, and apply twice daily. OneSkin's topical face, eye, body, and shield can be used with other products and easily fit into your current skincare routine. OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. By focusing on the cellular aspects of aging, OneSkin keeps your skin looking and acting younger for longer. Get started today with 15% off using code ADVICE at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code ADVICE. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. New year, healthier skin. That's OneSkin.
What about you, Ash?
I don't know. For me, I feel like it includes like most of this year, was I was living alone. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that was such a pivotal part of my journey of like, I think discovering myself, honing in on like who I am, being more independent in that way. And I think I did a really great job of taking a risk, challenging myself in that way. Loving it, also hating it, but then also loving it. Mm-hmm. And then now that I'm back with my sister, it is so much fun being back with her. But I'm also like more aware now of like what I need and what works best for me. And I was telling Taryne this the other week, but like I'm so aware now, and I've gotten so much better at vocalizing and communicating like what's going on or what I need specifically. I can't stand how many people are at my sister's house. I can't stand it. And it's one of the reasons I left, because I can't get done because there's at least 6 people in the house at all times. I can't film. I'll like come home from a workout and I'll be so tired, and I'll walk into the room and there'll be 8 people there at the table, and I'm like,
have to greet, and
good morning, everyone. You know, I look like a mess. I'm not in a talkative mood yet, but like I've learned like, oh, like if that doesn't work for you, then take your laptop with you, go to the gym longer,
go to a coffee shop,
go to a coffee
friend's
shop,
house,
get work done there, like stay out of the house if that's going to drive you crazy. And I think I've gotten really good at stuff like that.
Good.
For the next year, I think I want to challenge myself. I feel like this last year was so focused on independence, living alone, creating that foundation. But I think I also kind of honed in on like my brand, like what I'm good at, really finding my niche. So I would love to take more risk.
I love that.
With work, I'd love to take more risks with financial decisions. I feel like I've gotten really comfortable in like my thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I would just love to try new things now.
I love that, Ash.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
I think it would be good. I don't want to say I'm in a rut necessarily, because I have been like branching out more, but I want to try something different.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is yet. And I'm excited to discover what that's going to be.
So in a way, I feel like you're going to be in kind of like, I don't mean yes, girl, like you just nonchalant say yes to anything, but you're going to be very open to, if an event comes along that you're like, I usually would say no, you're going to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to go to it. I'm going to like network.
That's kind of been my thing for a few months now, since at least like last summer. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say yes to every event that comes my way. I'm just going to say yes to every, like, not every brand deal, but like as long as our like messages and core messages aligned, I'd be like, yes, like I'm going to do it just to try new things.
I love that.
Meet new people. So
I think that's super cool.
It's been so fun. I thought it would be really cool to look up a 2023 New Year's resolution, like the top resolutions for Americans.
Ooh. I think so you should read it, and then both of us should say if that like resonated with us or not.
Okay. They also have it color coordinated by age. By the age range that is doing.
Are we in the same one?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sick.
So it's 18 to 25 is green, 26 to 41 is purple, and then 42 to 57 is yellow. But here's the resolutions. Drink less alcohol.
I don't think that applies.
I mean, I feel like I have a good handle on it. So
same, and I feel like I barely do. So if I were to just drink less, that I just would be like sober,
not really drinking.
Yeah, like, same. I don't have like that much to like taper back from.
Second most popular, improved diet.
Yep, that should definitely be on my list.
I feel like that's on everyone's list.
Yep,
especially after the holidays, we all need to improve our diets after holiday.
I feel like you have a good I feel like you have a good balance with food, though.
I think I have gotten decent, but in the new year, we can always hone in a little bit more.
No, yeah.
Improve finances.
Oh,
Number
my God,
3.
yeah.
I think that, again,
I need
that's
that.
everybody. Again, but also after holiday season with gift giving, it's always like, oh, I'm going to cut back on the presents, the travel, just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Improve fitness.
Health. Yeah.
The first one was diet. Fourth one is fitness.
Okay, yeah, I need to do that.
Improve mental health.
Always.
Improve a work-life balance.
Yeah, but I think mine is more, I need to give more time and space and effort in my work areas.
Yeah.
Where I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, I got to balance. Like I work too much, or I'm like, nah, I need to push myself more.
Yeah.
But I think again, that makes sense for my season because it was a lot of rest, like recover,
and
recoup.
Healing.
Yeah.
All of that's important for healing.
But I got too into that where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to
all of a sudden every day is a reset.
And you know what's weird?
Day.
because before it was like, I can't get out of bed. I have no control on this. And now it's like weirdly like, I can get out of bed, but like, I don't want to. You know what I mean? It's like,
I was could, but why would
me
I?
taking the power back, but I definitely need more of a push on work. Would you say you're same?
I feel like I've actually got this down.
No, your balance
pretty
is
good.
From an outside perspective, you have an amazing balance.
I think I've done a pretty good job of balancing both. I think what it comes down to is if it's not intentional rest, then are you just wasting time? And that's where I'll like, if I'm sitting on the couch, I'll be like, all right, are we resting? Should we put our phone down and rest, or are we wasting time? Should we be working? And if my phone's in my hand and I'm like doing emails and stuff, then I'm like, why am I on the couch? I should go to my desk.
Do you feel like Jackson has helped with that balance, since he doesn't like being on socials, or like he's much more of a like, let's experience stuff? Like, do you feel like that's helped because like when you're with him, you kind of turn your mind off of that stuff? Yeah,
I think being with a partner that has like not only like a regular 9 to 5, so when he's off, like it's like, oh, like he's off, we can be together, but he doesn't like being on social. So I feel like I'm always, whenever I'm with him, it always feels like trying to be very intentional time with him. So I think that has been really helpful.
That's cool.
And then also moving in with Alicia again, I think I have a really good work drive and self-work drive. I think hers is through the roof. So anytime I say anytime I live with her, I've always lived with her. I took a break, but now I'm back. She has such an unreal drive that it takes more effort for her to not work.
I was going to say, it's not healthy. And she's always trying to work on the opposite.
Yeah, like, she's constantly trying to prioritize like intentional rest and like putting everything away because she is incapable of doing that without literally being told or setting an alarm. But like for me, selfishly, being around that is helpful because it makes me like work a little harder.
Yeah.
The next resolution, learn a new skill.
I would love that. I really, what's been on my mind a lot lately is maybe looking into learning a new language.
Oh, that's so fun.
I don't know why. I just like, it's been lately, like if I hear like a Rosetta Stone like ad, I'm always like, I kind of want to learn a new language.
Yeah. Well, especially if you drive a lot. That's
a
pretty easy thing.
I've always wanted to learn German, which like German's not like the most beautiful language, but it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things I always kick myself on, because I wanted to learn it for my Oma, especially like she had Alzheimer's, so she like reverted to mostly speaking German towards the end. But I didn't, and then she passed. And I always like, that's always been like a regret of mine. And I know that I want to go to Germany and like see where she lived and where she grew up, and like we have family out there still. So I think that's something like I really want to learn that just to feel connected to her. And then when I go, like to be able to like talk to people. But it's definitely not like like let me speak French to you. Like if I'm like, let me whisper German, like, oh, du lieber Gott. Like you're going to be like, what? Do you know what I just said?
It's such a harsh language now.
Oh, my dear God.
Did you think
she used to say that
Did you
all
think
the time.
I'd know?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if I told you before, because I've said that before.
Oh, I don't
She
think
always
so.
used to say that. I think it means, oh, my dear God.
How funny. I would love to. I do this every year. And for years, I've said I always want to learn the cello.
Please do it. And
And then here's the cherry on top. Here's
You
the
have
kicker.
one.
Here's the kicker. My mom got me one, which is so funny because I just remember being like, it came out of the blue. It was for a birthday present like 2 years ago. And I was like, you bought me a cello? Like,
you
why?
were so happy,
And
though.
she was like, oh, well, you wanted to learn when you were little. And I was like, yeah, but like, I don't have time to do this right now. Like, that was me like talking about what I'd like to do. Not that I physically can fit that in the schedule right now. And we all laughed about it. And I ended up playing it for a little bit during the Christmas that year. That was 2 years ago. Haven't touched it since.
Yeah. What about like, I'm sure there's like 10-minute cello lesson for beginner on YouTube or something.
Here's the thing, and this is going to sound so shallow. I love my long nails.
You can't with nails?
No, not at all. Because
is it kind of, well, guitar is the same.
So your whole left hand basically needs no nails. And so what I would need from you guys this year if you guys can just like head to my Instagram and just annoy the hell out of me to cut my nails, maybe I'll just around and take some cello lessons.
I mean, you can always get like fake ones after.
Yeah. Or just embrace the short nail. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know why it's such a hard thing for me to get past.
What you should do, because here's the thing, it's always this unknown. Like, would I love the cello or not? What you should do is commit to a season.
3 months.
Take your nails off. 3 months where you actually like every other day or a couple times a week take a cello lesson and play. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of that, if you're like, honestly, I'm kind of fine to not.
Yeah.
Then grow your nails back.
Sell the cello, get my nails back.
Now you know.
Or I'll just be this genius cello player.
Exactly.
Say goodbye to my nails for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
But pros and cons.
Yeah.
Anyways, the next one is lose weight. And I know it sounds like we've already said this, but first one was diet, second one was fitness. Now we're talking about losing weight.
Yeah. I feel like obviously like this is one that I feel like everybody like deep down wants, whether they'll admit it or not.
I was gonna say it's the most cliche New Year's resolution. Is weight loss.
I feel like I personally will not be like putting that on my list just because I still am very aware that even though I'm good, like the other day Ash was like, she was like looking at me and it was so cute because she was like, Tara, like you like, and she's like kind of like stuttering and I was like, you could say it. She's like, you're like losing weight. And I was like, thanks. But before, like, she could not, I literally told Ashley and Alicia, like, don't give me compliments. Like, don't mention my body. Like, I can't hear anything. I was so messed up. And now I'm at a place where like mentally, like I can handle those kind of things, like even compliments. Yeah. And so Ashley was so funny because she was like so excited because she's like, for years, you had to be so careful what you said around me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and then also there were times where I would talk about other people and say they look hot and you would get mad that I didn't talk to you that way. And I'd be like, but you said no.
Girl, I was not in my...
So
I was not here.
No, like this was recently, like a few weeks ago. And I was like wanting to compliment her and tell her she was looking good. But then I was like, I don't know what to say here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So I am in a good place where like, I know, especially this year, I really want to start actually like working out and getting stronger. I used to love going to the gym and like training and all that stuff. So I know like if I'm eating healthier and I'm like working out, I probably will lose weight. But I don't think I ever, because I'm just very protective of never getting back into that unhealthy mindset. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever want to like put that out into the world that I'm trying to like lose weight. Because I just feel like for me and patterns I've seen in my life, it's never good. Yeah. But if that's an outcome, like I'll enjoy it. Like I love the way like my clothes are fitting or like how I have more energy or, you know, because I've lost weight since the surgery. But I think for me, like I want to dedicate to like healthy habits. And if that comes, like awesome. But I don't think for me, I want to like verbalize like I'm trying to lose weight because I just feel like no good has ever come for that for me. Yeah. But if someone else says it, I'm like, heck yeah, do you think? You know what I mean?
I was going to say, I think with stuff like this, if you're more sensitive to it, then you just got to listen to yourself. If you don't want to say you want to lose weight out loud, don't.
Yeah.
Other people, I'm more this way. I love a goal.
Yeah.
I love I'm going to lose 5 pounds this year or at this point in time because then I have something to work towards. Oh. If I don't have a goal, then I'm just sitting on the treadmill and what the is this for? Why am I sweating? Why am I putting so much work and energy out for what? You know, I need a goal.
You've said the F word like 7 times. Sorry. No, I just was like, oh, Ashley's feeling fiery today. She said, New Year. Ew, that was so loud. Sorry, Michaela. I just like screamed in the mic.
Yeah. So I love a reason to do anything, especially work out. It's always been like for my future husband, right? I've always wanted like a banging body to like be like, hey, like this is for you. Me. But then also like, I don't know, like I've always loved looking forward to Coachella because I always tried to get back into like a good fit body from the holidays to Coachella. Like that was always like a good like run, certain events. Anyways, all that to say, if you're goal oriented, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, and I think that's important to figure out which one you are. Because like if I entered into like what you've said you want to do, that's like I'll be in therapy in like 2 months. But like for me,
so sad.
I have my own, you know what I mean? I think it's important. But if I were to go in and be like, oh, I want to lose 15 pounds by this time, like that's a recipe for disaster. So you have to know who you are and know what triggers you and what you struggle with before you set those goals. I think that's like so important. And my future husband, he's going to get, my body's a stress toy, okay? You can squeeze it for relief. There's little fidgets, different places. So, you know, entertainment.
Lots to work with.
Today's episode is brought to you by Book of the Month. If you guys have not heard of Book of the Month, where have you been hiding? Me and Ash are both on the journey of trying to be readers. She's definitely there. I'm on my baby steps way there. So obviously we were so pumped to partner with Book of the Month because their mission is to help readers discover new books they love and to promote the work of emerging authors. And guys, they literally make it so easy to decide which book to read next. Each month, the editorial team reads through hundreds of new titles. They pick the 5 to 7 of the best new books for you to choose from. All the books are good, so you cannot go wrong. And they offer great prices on new release hardcover fiction, much cheaper than other options. Shipping is always free, and it's super fun. Books are delivered in a bright blue box. A fun app to pick your book and track reading process is available, and they have reading challenges with rewards. My December read was so epic. It was called Butcher and Blackbird. And let me just read the little sentence they give you that totally sold me. Serial killers need love too. Don't take our word for it. Read this biting, steamy, and edgy murderers to lovers tale. Like, come on. Like, it totally sold me. If you guys would like to check out Book of the Month, just head on over to bookofthemonth.com to pick a book and join Book of the Month. For a limited time, you can join and get the first book for just $5. Just use code UNSOLICITED. Again, that's bookofthemonth.com, code UNSOLICITED. Happy reading.
Make more time or hobbies.
Make more time or hobbies. So more Legos. Yes.
That's exactly what that says. Mine's definitely was reading last year, and I think it's still going to be reading this year.
Yeah.
I've been plowing through books lately.
I really think that you should start doing drum content.
Drum content?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do drum content.
But I think that you should show that skill, and I think that you should like practice. Because the last time you played, you sucked. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I think like there's such a joy that comes out of you when you play, and I feel like you should find a way to mix it in.
Yeah, I have to.
Just saying. Just an observation.
I'll try to figure that out. I'd never do the cello.
The cello's out.
Drums instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make more time for loved ones. All of these other ones I feel like resonate with both of us, so I'm just going to read through them.
Okay.
Make more time for loved ones, meditate regularly, perform better at work, stop smoking. Obviously.
Can't relate.
And travel more.
I would love to travel more.
And those are the top most popular New Year's resolutions according to Forbes.
Yeah. I'm manifesting this year a different country travel experience for us because we haven't done that, just the two of us in forever.
Yeah, I was talking to Jackson, my boyfriend, about that. About like next time we go somewhere, we want to like go somewhere different. It's been a lot of like
care about
similar stuff.
You and your boyfriend. I'm talking about you and your best friend.
Overall, the need to go someplace new to try something new
is like growing.
But like, I guess I did that twice last year. I had a moment making a reel the other day. I traveled so much last year, and it was all like, I didn't plan this. It all just kind of happened.
It was like weddings.
I went to South Africa for the first time. So it was my very first time entering that country. I went to Italy for the first time.
Oh,
it was
Italy.
my very first time going to Italy. I also went to Japan, and I also went to New York, and there was one more.
I mean, you've been to like, didn't you go to Colorado a couple times?
Yeah, I guess maybe that's what I was thinking.
That counts.
Oh, Zion. I went to Zion for the first time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot.
That is a lot.
I know. So we're just going to keep up that.
Yeah.
for this next year.
Yeah.
I already have a couple weddings planned for next year, and I was just like, oh no.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but nobody I know is getting married. Like, I feel like I was like, every year there was like 7 weddings, and now like no one's getting married. Oh, I guess my brother. That counts, I guess.
No one's getting married.
But that's like, I'm excited. I'm so excited about that wedding. Don't get me wrong. But like, I love going to like weddings as a guest because you can just like, free food, hang out.
One of Jackson's good friends from home is getting married next year, and she's from Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
And so there's going to be a Nebraska wedding, and I've never been to Nebraska.
I don't think I have either.
So, I mean, I don't even think there's a direct flight there. I feel like it's like in the middle of cornfields.
I have no
I feel like we'd have to
knowledge.
go to like a major city and then like drive in is what's going to have to happen. But I'm excited to go to Nebraska for the first time. If we have any Nebraska listeners over here.
What would you call them? Nebraskans?
Sure.
That
sounds
right to me. Yeah. I love this.
Yeah. I hope everyone has a great new year.
Yeah.
A safe new year. I hope you challenge yourself in some way. It doesn't have to be a harsh resolution, but like just something, maybe a word for the year, maybe a mindset for the year. It doesn't have to be a goal the way I always talk about goals, but like, I hope everyone does something.
Yeah. And I just like, if I were to wish something, I wish that everyone would have wisdom in the things that they do and the way that they treat people. And I don't know, like there's so many ways to enjoy life and to live it to the fullest and to do the things you want while simultaneously like being mindful of the people around you and the people you affect in life. And I just think like we've all been through so much and so much like chaos and whatever that I feel like it just would be nice for this year to just be like full of like love and kindness and adventures.
100%.
That's my wish for everybody. But yeah, I'm sure we'll put up like a social story or something asking like what your guys' resolutions are, and maybe we can like post a couple of those. So that'll be fun if you want to head to our Instagram and participate in that. That'll be great. Any other reminders before we jump into a story?
Yeah, I think you all should head over to our Supercast account and check that out. If you want more content from Taryne and I, our Supercast is such a good time. We recently recorded an episode that was so good. It was about dating. She was 26 and wasn't married yet and just felt so much pressure from people. And Taryne and I immediately at the same time were like, you wrote into the right people.
Literally. Well,
you wrote into the right people.
Also, she was specifically talking about dating apps, and me and Ash are the actual best people because Ash has found success and love, and I have found destruction and death. So we're like, if anybody's going to talk about the pros and cons of dating apps, it will be these girls. If we
want to like fully from both sides discuss dating apps, she wrote into the right people. So we just love doing like short episodes like that, and it's a great time. So definitely check out our Supercast account. Follow us on our socials. We've been a riot on socials lately. So subscribe to our socials.
I feel like we finally had this moment of clarity where we were like, people come and listen to our podcast because they like the way that we interact with each other and like our chemistry. And I was like, why are we not doing like showing that in our socials and like doing more stuff? So we've been doing it, and it's been not only I feel like people have been loving it, but we've been like having so much fun doing it. So it's been great. Well, I have a Taryne It Up from the namesake of the section. Is that what you call it? Section? Whatever. Anyways.
Series?
The series. So my apartment building, I live in like this giant apartment building, and our mail system is the the Amazon hub. So it's like super cool. Like you go and you scan a code, and then there's like, you're just in this hallway of like lockers, and it'll be like beep, and one of them like swings open. There's your package.
Yeah.
But it sucks when you go and like the FedEx guy is loading packages because he sits there and he like scans, it opens, he puts one in, scan, open. So it just sucks.
Takes a while.
So I walked in and there was like a guy doing his thing, and then I I just kind of was like, pivot. I'm not going to wait, but I will go into like, there's like a special separate room that's for bigger packages. So I was like, I'm just going to go like see which one that is. So I walk by him. I'm like, hi. He's like, hi. He scans his thing. And I'm just like, walk.
No.
Dude, when I tell you, there are like, I can't even tell you how many levels of doors there are and how many doors in the whole thing.
Oh, no.
But guess what swings open and smacks me right in the face?
No.
It was so bad. I was literally like this, and then it was like, whap. And then I was like, oh, shit. And he turns around and he's like, did that just hit you in the face? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
but it just was so funny because it was like, there's all doors on the right, all doors on, but it happened to be just that one that I happened to be passing.
Oh, literally no one's fault. Just weird timing.
No, just turn
How's your
it up.
face?
I was fine. It's just a little bit of metal. Nothing I can't bounce back from.
For sure.
But yeah, luckily it was one of the skinny doors and not like the big fat one because that could have been different. It more just like scared the crap out of me.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so that was my tearing it up, a live one for ya.
You poor thing.
Poor Taryne. Anyways.
If you have funny stories, embarrassing stories that you want to send, please send them in and put tearing it up in the title. That's when we'll
pull.
That'll get our attention. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into today's story. We're only going to do one since we went on a whole New Year's resolution, ramble.
Intentional ramble.
This one is titled Going to the Gym in a Relationship.
Ooh, can't relate. I'll relate someday. Is it bad? Okay. Is it bad? I actually would love to know this. So like there will be like a guy on a dating app that'll like my profile, but he's so fit. So like just muscly, and I can tell like he loves going to the gym. And I'll be like, that sounds exhausting. And I'll click no.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Were you not listening to me?
No, I 1,000% just listened to you. I just you said very recently, I'm pretty sure it was in a Supercast account, that you're not even matching with people. It's not that let me quote, it's not that I'm picky. I'm just not even matching with people. Are they even seeing my profile? So, but then you're here. I'm not done. Then you're here saying that these super fit guys are liking your profile and you're clicking no?
I just feel like we would not align.
But they liked your profile.
Okay.
I'm just to speak on their behalf, if they're liking what they're seeing, then I don't think they would have a problem.
Yeah, but like then all the time, can we go to the gym?
No. That's something that he wouldn't put on you. That's something he's doing. That's his choice. That's his lifestyle. If you are putting pressure on yourself, that's you doing that to you.
Yeah, but like those are the guys that in their thing, what they're looking for, they're like, I just want someone who loves fitness and loves blah, blah. I don't love fitness. But they liked your
profile?
Yeah.
You're really not helping yourself out. Get off your phone. We're recording. Okay, moving on. No. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, fine, Ashley. You know what we should do? We should do you take over my dating app for a full week. That would be funny.
I'd love.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on.
I just want to clarify. Do you want to find someone who's not fit?
No.
Well, then
I mean, I'm not opposed to either.
But why say no to people that are actually liking your profile?
Because if every photo is a selfie of you in the gym, I just feel like we're not going to have anything in common.
He could be a funny gym guy.
I guess. Okay.
I'm upset. I don't want to hear you complaining anymore about being so single and then you're turning people away.
I'm sorry. Ridiculous. Okay. Anyways, continue.
Everyone go attack her in the comments. Okay. Back to my story titled Going to the Gym in a Relationship. Hello, ladies. I couldn't think of who to address first because I love you both equally. Before I get started on my story, I wanted to just write a few sentences of appreciation for you both. I've been a longtime listener and I love how you both always approach all the stories you have received with love and support.
Aww.
The way you ladies have been open about yourselves and your struggles as well has made me feel not as alone, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way.
Did I just unplug my mic? Okay. My foot got stuck in the thing. Sorry.
An absolute mess.
Sorry.
An absolute mess. Now, on to the story. I would like to remain anonymous, but you ladies can know my name. My name is bleep it, Michaela. I'm currently in a 9-month-ish relationship with my first boyfriend, and I just needed some advice on a few things that my boyfriend and I disagree on.
Wait, first. This is her first boyfriend
okay. Ever. This one is about the gym. So if you do end up reading this on the podcast, I will touch on topics of disordered eating and my relationship with my body. So disclaimer to everyone listening, if that's a sore subject, maybe skip. This year, I decided to get a gym membership for the first time, and it was a pretty significant thing for me. I've struggled with my body image in the past, and that also included disordered eating. However, I am now on a journey of healing my relationship with my body and food, and one of those things included being able to go to the gym and talk about fitness openly.
Love that.
My boyfriend used to be an MMA fighter. I think that's what it's called. She has in parentheses, which is cute. But basically, he has gone through a few of the things that I have, but in a different way, if that makes sense. It totally does.
Yeah.
I won't go into detail, but he had to do some really extreme things to his body in terms of exercise and food in order to be ready to fight, which, yes, if a lot of people don't know.
Because it's weight categories, right?
Correct. So if you are over by a couple pounds, a lot of people will purge or like severely dehydrate their bodies to meet that requirement for that day, and then like back to normal. So it'll be like a lot of like big dynamic shifts in your body, which is really extreme. Or the opposite. If you're trying to get into a new category, then you're just like eating, lifting, lifting. And it's very intense. Back to the story. When I first did get a membership and he found out, he wasn't exactly too happy. His concerns are mainly centered around the environment that I was going to be in within the gym. Some examples included men hitting on me, seeing me in a sports bra and leggings, etc. He did also voice some concerns about me just being safe and wanting me to work out with other people because it can be a slippery slope and having issues with your body and just an unhealthy mindset. When he did voice this concern about me, I understood because I have been through that and I did go through that at a young age, and I appreciate him looking out for me. My, quote, issue is with him thinking that I'm going to get hit on by men and thinking that it would lead to me cheating on him. I've asked him what I could do to make it more comfortable for him, and he has said for me to go with friends and for him to also go with me once or twice. I'm happy to go with friends and him, but I'm still taking it slowly and learning to be more confident in myself. But every time I go to the gym by myself, I know he gets upset and shuts me out and saying that he can, quote, deal with this himself when referring to his emotions. We have been through some rocky patches over the last few months, and this has been a reoccurring issue. I hate how this is an uncomfortable topic for him, and every time I go, I try to make it known that he is loved by me and I wouldn't do anything like cheat on him. I do not want to give up going to the gym because the way I see it, it is a way for me to repair my relationship with my body and just being healthy in general. But I don't want to constantly make him feel like this and be scared that he's going to shut me out every single time I do a workout. I do feel like I'm hitting this stage right now, she adds in parentheses. I guess I just need some advice on what to do next and if this is a common thing to worry about. I don't want to break things off with him because he has made it clear that I'm his last shot at a relationship and that there will be no one else after me. I know this currently factors into my crisis and my thoughts right now, but yeah, if you ladies have some advice for me, that would be absolutely amazing, and I appreciate you guys so much. I know this story has been a bit long, but I did want to give you guys as much information as I could. Even if you don't read this on the podcast, I do appreciate you ladies providing a safe space, and it was therapeutic for me to just write this out. I know everyone says this, but it's so true. Ha ha ha. I wish you both the best from Australia. So much love, Anonymous.
I don't know about you, Ash, but I had a lot of red flags popping in my mind.
Okay. I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
We're just going to spit fire here.
Yeah.
I understand that being a wrestler, a fighter, whatever, I know that comes with a lot of like heavy baggage and stuff like that. But he's a grown man and he needs to work on that. That doesn't mean that you're going to struggle with that same thing. I love that he's looking out for you. I'm talking specifically about the like weight loss thinking, the like self.
See, I didn't even mind that part. If that was the only thing he said was like, hey, first of all, I love that you're getting back into, like, there was no positive. He didn't take any of her actually doing work for herself in a positive way.
Yeah.
That was weird to me.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, I appreciate that he has had baggage and that he's looking out for you in that way.
She's had baggage, so yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the gym needs to be this whole negative thing. Like, I feel like it's almost worse to make it like, are you scared you're gonna fall into the same patterns as before going to the gym? Now it just feels like daunting when it could have just been this like, hey, like, that's an awesome next step. Let me know if you need anything from me in this process, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't have to be this huge, heavy thing.
For sure. And I mean, as someone who's struggled with those things that you've mentioned you struggled with, I would feel very loved if someone was like, hey, I noticed you've been, losing some weight and like really like going to the gym a lot. I just wanted to check in with you, like how you're doing mentally. And like, if I had a boyfriend who like had watched me go through some of that stuff, I think that's very loving. My problem is though, that there was no beforehand of like, I'm so happy for you that you're taking this time.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, I feel like that was almost his cover up for being able to voice he didn't want you to go to the gym. I don't think it was genuine.
Almost like it was an excuse for him to be like, almost like the excuse was, oh, I'm worried about you entering into this place again.
To me, it
That's
sounds
why
a
I
little
don't want you going to the
gaslighty.
gym. But really, he just doesn't want you going to the gym.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want guys seeing you.
Which is, and again, we don't know this guy. We don't know your relationship. It's hard for us to say, but just by the language that you put some of the things, it sounds a little gaslighty to me. Like almost like putting problems in your mind of like, oh, well, if you go to the gym, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
When in reality, it sounds like he doesn't want you to go because of other guys looking at you.
Sounds more like a controlling man than it does someone looking out for your issues that you've had in the past.
And that is a thing. Like I've heard so many of my friends, because there are girls that go to the gym that are there to find a man. They are wearing the leggings that go all the way up your butt cheeks, like boobies out, full makeup on, squatting in front of the group of guys. Like they love to do it. They live for it. And like good for them. So I get, like, there's girls that are like, oh, like, sometimes I hate how much time he spends at the gym. Like, the girls there, like, there's being insecure. But there's also, I think there are certain aspects of life that you can't get mad at someone. It's not like he's like, hey, or she's like, oh, I'm going to like strip clubs with my friends. It's like, yeah, then you can maybe voice an opinion. Or if you're going out drinking hardcore with your friends all the time and he's like, hey, this is just not a lifestyle I'm comfortable with. It's going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
I was going to say, anytime someone says they don't want you doing something, it's not a full red flag, but I need to know a valid reason why. And I think it's because I don't think anyone should have any kind of control over somebody else unless they have a very legitimate reason why they're saying something like that. If they're saying, hey, I don't want you going to the club anymore because you get drunk every single time and you're a hot mess.
And you make bad decisions.
That's a valid reason to say, I don't want you going to the gym anymore. You're coming home sloppy. Like, I don't want to deal with that. You're putting me in a weird position. Like, that's a valid reason to say, I don't want you going to the club or I don't want you going out anymore.
Yeah.
For someone to say they don't want you going to the gym anymore, then that means something had to have happened, right? Like,
well, purely because I don't want other guys looking at you. That has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, that's an all him, I'm controlling, I'm very jealous type of personality. And unfortunately, I hate those personalities. Yeah. And I'm not saying that he's a horrible guy, but I don't think he should be controlling you in that way. So I would not stop going to the gym. I think you are on a road to recovery, and I think you going to the gym is an amazing first step at you being able to like take control of these issues that you've been struggling with for a while. And it should be applauded that you're going in the first place. Like this is really exciting time to be alive. And I hate that he like put a damper on that.
Yeah, but we haven't even got to the freaking worst part. I'm sorry, but if that last part is not the most like, again, gaslighting way to control someone.
Yeah.
If we break up, you are my actual last chance to ever be with someone. If we break up, I will never be with someone again. I'm sorry, but like what? And the fact that you're like, oh, like I feel bad for him because I don't want him to just be like that already shows how much his mindset is controlling the way that you're even thinking.
Yeah. Also, if you're staying with him already because you feel bad that he might end up alone, oof.
I know, like that's. But imagine someone putting that pressure on you. Like, if you leave me, I'll never be in love again. Like, first of all, that sounds very controlling and weird. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And anonymous. You need to be talking to your friends and loved ones who know all the situation about this. But for me, just the section that you sent, there are a lot of alarm bells going off for me. A lot.
I have a plan.
Okay.
I think you have one of your friends come to the gym with you. And I think you have your boyfriend come to the gym with you. And I think you specifically tell your friend who comes with you, who's your friend, not his friend. Like I'm talking, she needs to be like your bestie. And I would confide in her and be like, I feel like he's being really weird and controlling about the gym specifically. Let's go work out. And I would love for you to like keep an eye on him. See if he's acting weird.
Yeah,
like,
he's just like staring at you or like any guy who comes by you.
Following her around, making sure, like stupid stuff like that. Like I have worked out with multiple partners at the gym. Not once have I ever felt like they were needing to like protect me or watch over me. I'm like, what are you?
Like even that is like I love the TikToks where like the guy is like, I just had to go put my mark so all the guys know she's taken, where like he like walks mid pump, walks over to his girlfriend and like kisses her, drinks her water bottle and goes. Like even that is cute. Like cutesy, funny, like whatever.
But that's a cute way of doing it.
Oh my God. And what about the part where he said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll handle this on my own. Like, I'll just have to get through this on my own. Like, I'm sorry,
now
but
he's
like,
a victim
it's
of what?
Very narcissistic.
Yeah.
It's very like, oh, you're putting me through this, but don't worry, I'll handle. Everything you said about him to me is like, I don't know about that. I would look into that. I would look like it's scary.
I've never. Okay, so the last time Jackson and I went to the gym, he came up. We were talking about a song or whatever. I think he slapped my butt and then like walked away.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he did that. I don't know if he thought a guy was acting weird. I don't know if he just wanted to do that. But I love that he didn't make me feel weird or make me feel any type of way. Like if your boyfriend feels like some guy is stalking you, then I would want him to like go like do something about it. I wouldn't want him to make a scene though. And I wouldn't want him to make you feel guilty or bad because this creep is being a creep.
Yeah.
Because it's not your fault. It's the creep's fault.
No, we love a playful territory mark.
Yeah.
Like that's funny and cute.
Like if he's going to come up and kiss you on the cheek and let everyone know that you're his, then fine. But
if you guys left and he was like, hey, I don't like the way like guys are just staring at you, like you can't go anymore. Like imagine.
So we're going to punish you for it, for the creep.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think whatever's happening at the gym, it's not your fault.
Then
you're
don't
not
date
cheating on
baddie,
anyone,
bro. Like I'm sorry. Like if
honestly,
you're gonna date me, I'm gonna get ogled because I'm a catch.
I also hate the whole like they're gonna see you in a sports bra and leggings. I love looking cute at the gym. I love wearing a cute fit, and it's one of the reasons like it makes me feel good when I like walk in with cute sneakers in my bag and my leggings. Like I would want to look cute. I don't want to show up looking homeless. Like that's just part of fashion's always been a huge thing for me.
That's me.
But
you've been with me to the gym.
I know. And that's totally fine. And we're very opposite in that. But I don't think you should be getting in trouble for simply wearing what a lot of people wear at the gym. It's not like you're going to the gym and everyone's covered head to toe. Like you're not the only girl going to be in sports bra and the leggings.
That's what makes me extra concerned. Because even if the argument was just like, hey, like you do wear like very skimpy clothes to the gym and sometimes like it makes me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Even that I would be like, okay, don't love that, but like, he's obviously feeling a certain way. Let him feel heard, like blah, blah, blah. But like, it's not even that. It's just straight up going to the gym, guys looking.
Which makes me think that all she's wearing is normal leggings and a normal sports bra. I don't think it's this like skimpy
she's just hot.
Titties out. Yeah. So I don't think you're doing anything wrong. Obviously, I'm only hearing your side. And obviously, we're on your side. You're our listener. But like, I don't think you're doing anything wrong with your outfits that you're choosing. I don't think you're flirting with anyone. And if for some reason he's feeling like guys are threatening and they're coming after you, again, that's not your fault.
But how freaking selfish do you have to be to know that someone you love has struggled hardcore in an area? Mm-hmm. And the second they take a step to better themselves and to empower themselves, you crap on that with your own insecurities and stuff. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I feel bad for him because he obviously has damage from the past that he needs to deal with. But this time is about you and you taking the right steps that you need to take. And I just feel like it's not, the math ain't mathin' in this situation for me.
I have another thought.
Tell us, Ash.
So I love how I would like put my hand up like I had a question.
Call on me.
So we've talked about this on the podcast before. A lot of cheaters will assume that their partner is cheating on them, so they'll be very controlling. They'll be like calling the second they're off from work, checking in on them. I used to work with this girl who I adored, and she was in this horrible relationship with this horrible trashy guy who if he hadn't heard from her 5 minutes after she clocked out, he would call the desk.
Dear God.
He was the worst. And I knew it. Like every time if we were running late, we didn't get the drawer balance, the cashier register balanced, it would take us a second to have to like recalculate everything.
That phone would ring.
And the phone would ring. And if she was putting it in the safe or something, I'd answer and I'd be like, hello, blah, blah, blah. I do my like hotel speech. And he'd be like, is blank there? And I'd be like, hi.
Yeah, we're working.
Putting money away.
Yeah,
like,
we're working.
Can I help you? And he'd be like, oh, I just hadn't heard from her. I'd be like, relax. Like I hated him. But all that to say, I wouldn't be shocked if he was one of those creepy guys at the gym.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, where are your eyes?
Hit on / stare
Literally.
at girls at the gym, because if he's assuming all guys at the gym do that, isn't he a gym guy?
Literally, if you can't control lifting weights without like your willy, what's this? I was trying to. There's a phrase I was trying to say, but I forgot how it went, and I just Willie came out. Anyways,
Willie.
If you can't handle a hot girl walking in front of you without getting turned on or like looking at her body, and that's what you're thinking every other guy is doing to your girl, that's your problem, not hers. Mm-hmm. And especially because her focus right now is just trying to love her own body.
Yeah.
So like, if the worst thing that's happening is guys are complimenting her body, like, then good for her. Like, I'm glad she's getting that.
Is she feeding into that?
What do you
or
expect?
Is she saying, oh, thanks, and quietly, awkwardly, like walking away? Because I bet that's the latter.
Because, like, if I were you, I'd be like, do you honestly think I can't handle getting hit on or looked at? Like,
also, congrats. You're dating a girl who gets hit on and complimented.
Know.
Like, that's awesome. That's great.
Like, the worst thing that can happen, can happen is a guy stares at me and I don't even know. Second worst thing that happens, a guy walks up to me, is like, hey, can I have your number? And I say, no, I'm in a relationship. Like, what are you really afraid of?
Yeah.
Like, it's just bizarre to me. I don't know, honey.
I don't like it.
I'm getting some
I don't like
yucky
it.
feels.
At first I was like, they're not fully red flags, but now I'm thinking they're red flags, and they're don't straight up like
burgundy. Is burgundy worse than red?
It's darker, so maybe. I don't like it.
No.
I don't think anyone should be controlling you in that way. I don't think anyone should be gaslighting you in that way. Mm-hmm. And I think of all the things to be getting in trouble for doing,
literally going to the gym and learning to love your body,
loving yourself, like that's all self-care things that everyone should be doing in some sort of way, you know, like this is ridiculous.
Burgundy,
it's really ridiculous.
Baby. Burgundy baby.
This episode is going to be titled Burgundy Flags.
Burgundy flags.
Anyways, that's just our thoughts.
Yeah.
I really don't care for this guy.
I don't care for it either.
I am sorry that you're in that position. We would, however, love to congratulate you on getting through so much stuff and getting back to the gym and learning to
love your body.
love
I love
yourself
that for
and
you.
your body and get back into like taking care of your body. Like that's such a beautiful thing, and I'm very excited for you to have entered into that stage.
And what a beautiful time, because we're in the new year.
New year, new you.
New year, new you. Yeah. Thank
Maybe
you so
new
much.
Single you.
No, new single you. And you know what? You're gonna go. You're gonna get freaking ogled, whatever that word is, by a hot guy, and you're gonna start dating him.
Damn.
And then you're gonna be like, "Sorry, bro, I got me another guy,
Got
a
me
gym
somebody
guy."
else.
Anyways, I wish the best for you, but I would
Same.
definitely talk to your friends and family, because this is your first relationship, and all of us have so much damage from our first relationship because bottom line, we just didn't know better.
Oh yeah.
Did not know better.
Other plan is, I think Taryne hit on this a little bit. Tell your friends and family what's going on and compare. If I forgot that this is your first boyfriend, this isn't normal.
Nope.
And I understand now why you might assume this is normal because it's your first relationship, but it's not. And if you tell your family, if you tell your girlfriends, I guarantee you they're going to be like, that's weird.
I'm just saying, if Ash was you and Ash was telling me this, even if I knew no other details, if Ash was talking to me about this, I would be like,
go.
You've only been dating him 9 months. This is your first relationship. You need to run, because this is not good. Like, he's got to either like snap out of this or like you're done. Like, I would be very, very pushy about the details that you shared. Like, I would be pushy as a friend. So tell your friends every single part of the fights, every single part of the stuff he's saying to you. And I know that's scary because you're like, oh, they're going to hate him. But that was what I did. I didn't tell anyone any of our dirt because I didn't want anyone to think bad of my ex. And after we broke up and I started sharing things, my friends were like, Taryne.
Yeah.
Taryne Renee.
But that's also a red flag when you feel like you're constantly having to defend them, constantly having to stick up for them, or
I agree.
quote, like white lie for them to make them sound better when you're talking about them. That's not healthy and normal either.
No.
And that's just covering up issues that you're not ready to address yet or you don't want to talk about yet.
I fully agree.
So,
girl, I'm excited for you because I think you're either going to squash it. I believe in restoration of relationships. You never know.
Yeah,
but I really think this could be a great season for you because you're working on yourself. And then I feel like sometimes those seasons are best done alone.
100%.
So if you guys do break up, I know it'll be sad, but then this will become literally your season of healing past things, growing in those areas that you've always wanted to. So like freaking run with it, you know?
Absolutely. I love it.
Oof. Well, we love you guys so stinking much. And I just realized I did not prepare a dad joke. Give me 1 second.
How dare you?
Okay. Ash, what do you call a can opener that's broken?
A can't opener.
Oh my God.
Is it right?
Oh my God. She gets it. You get the humor.
I get it now.
You get it.
It hit me officially.
I'm so proud of you.
How exciting.
I'm literally so proud.
Oh my God.
I'm beaming.
Air 5.
It took 4 years. Oh, good time.
Guys, if you made it to the dad joke, congrats. Also, this is a big one to make it too. So this is a big deal.
Starting off the year right, man.
If you made it to the dad joke, we love you the mostest. Check out our subscription service, Supercast, where you can get even more of Taryne and I. Yes. We have merch, so check out our merch website. Get all the good things while the getting's good.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. So proud of you.